So my husband and I finished the master bathroom that's on the other side of the house over here. There'll be a big reveal at the end of everything, but today I'm getting actually today's not day one. It's been like day 3, but I've been staining some of the shelves, the same shelves that have gone into the master. I stain them and then I seal them today, and they'll be dry by the time Manny gets home so that we have those ready to go. But I can't put them in the bathroom yet because I'm going to paint it the same blue that's in my bathroom. And so Manny went ahead and took some stuff out. So he went and took the towel holder down. We had a towel holder that we didn't even use. I think the hand towel was the only thing sitting there. And he patched those holes, he sanded it down. Now I've got to spray the orange peel spray on these areas. Those holes up there are gonna hold the 2 big shelves. And then that is gonna be just for extra storage. But on this bottom shelf here, there is space where we're gonna put a thinner, like not as thick of wood to put 3 or 4 hooks in. So that'll be space to hang towels to dry. The lights are gonna be changed out. I do have a 3 light fixture, and you can see the outline of the paint that I use. I use this beautiful, cool color gray paint. The mirror will be staying because I don't want to deal with a broken mirror. I don't want to have to deal with disposing of it. So it's staying, and it's nice and big. So I'm going to leave it. Back here above the toilet, we have this whole area already emptied. And so we have room here for 3 shelves. You can see 3 sets of, you can see where the top shelf will be, the middle, and then the bottom. And I think it's coming out 8 inches, 8 or 10 inches. So somewhere probably around right here. About 10 inches, somewhere like that. Manny's gonna be putting up the shelves once I'm done painting. And then this whole shower is new to the house, I think 2 years now. So my dad had fallen in the tub of the old one, and there was a crack in the middle of the floor that we did not notice at all. So that was causing a leak, and we noticed some like black right here, and we were smelling what smelled like mold. And then we found that crack. We tried to seal it, but it kept reopening and reopening. So Manny broke up the other one because it was in one piece. He broke it up and pulled the whole thing out, and sure enough, there was mold all down there. And what we found out is that there was nothing, no insulation or cushion underneath the floor of the tub. There was what looked like maybe an inch or 2 of a gap. So anybody that was stepping there could crack it if they fell. So this is also a couple inches above the actual flooring, the plywood. So my husband like ripped out a lot of the pieces that were really bad. And then once he put this part kind of in, he went inside and he sprayed insulation foam to kind of give some support underneath there. So what I'm gonna do today is wipe the walls down and then spray the patched areas so that we can get started on the paint. So. Now, cutting in just means that you're prepping the wall and getting paint on the borders, 3-4 inches or so. That's just so that when you're rolling, you don't have to go so high to try and get to the edge, because it's impossible for the roller to get to the edge. So it just helps with getting the paint on a lot more quicker. But the cutting in part, it takes the longest time ever. So it takes me a few days to get stuff like this done in between my having to take breaks and things, but it comes together eventually. Now, there's a lot of people that like to add the blue tape to kind of block areas so that you don't get paint on. I don't do that. I just it's that just takes too long. And I've always had some sort of a steady hand, so and I really enjoy doing the cut in when I can do it and I'm not hurting as bad. But one of the tips is just taking your time. Take your time with it and always have a damp rag so you can wipe off paint if you get it in different places that you don't want it. So obviously Manny took the light down. I'm just going to tape off so that it doesn't get in where the wires are. Now I noticed that that whole white strip was completely flat, didn't have hardly any orange peel texture on it. So I had to cake that on a little bit to get that texture almost looking like what the wall does. So my husband took everything out and got everything sanded for me so that all I needed to do was add the primer and then paint it later on. You can see that the molding is not like that bright oak color. It made it easy for me to go in and do my painting and things. I didn't think I needed to do anything to this window, but after cleaning it in there, it looked pretty like forgotten about. Like there was no texture in there at all either, and it looked like it wasn't even really painted well when they built the house. So, I mean, we're the second owners of that house, so kind of surprised that the previous owners didn't take care of this. But anyways, I ended up adding in the texture all through the inside. That's why everything is like taped up and covered. Okay, so I'm done spraying, as you saw, and I put it on kind of thick because it really wasn't a lot on there. So what I'm going to do is I'll wait for it to dry and I'll paint it. Now I'm just going to use that nano white that I've been using for the cabinets and the molding, so it just has a nice clean look to it. Now I'm just going to use a rag for this. I found it easier to control the stain if I use a rag for this particular project, I guess. When I'm doing the shelves, I like to brush it on and then wipe it off and wipe it really well. With this, I have more control so it doesn't drip and it doesn't run, and I can like easily wipe excess off right then and there. This one sprays way better than that clear stuff that I had used in the past for the shelves in my bathroom. The Polyurethane by Minwax has a spray nozzle that kind of sprays vertically, so it fans out this way. So I like this vertical sprayer. It's like you know exactly where you're putting it. And there's no doubt that it's going to, it like sprays so even that you're sure that you're getting what you're spraying, you know. Let me put an edge right here. There's great coverage with this one. And with the other one, with the clear coat, although it could work, it sprays everywhere, and the flow of it is a little bit different. Like, it sprays and mists everywhere, so it's not targeted. This one's more targeted, which is why I like it, and I want to buy this one all the time. I'm probably going too close, but it's okay. Okay. As much as these are, how much were they again? I have to flash a picture up on the screen, but as much as they are, it does make your job a lot easier. As I'm looking at the coating and the coverage on this wood strip, looks really good and even. Next thing to do is, because last night I got up, well, I couldn't sleep, so I got out of the bed about midnight, and I came in here to finish painting the cabinet, the edges and stuff that the roller didn't get, and I ended up getting paint on the green. And when I painted the green, I ended up getting it a little bit on the cabinet, so now I have to go back because I did it when they were both wet, and so now I smeared some of the white onto the green, so now I gotta touch that up with the green. So, never ending. So now it's the next day, and I'm gonna take the plastic off of the floors. So when we were getting shelves for the master, we also got it for the second bathroom because we had the same idea. So he bought some lag screws that he's going to put in the studs. And then with the boards, he'll put some pilot holes in there and in the wall, and he'll slide them in. So he's going to screw in the lag screws and cut off the heads. And then using a mallet and a board and a towel, he just starts to hammer it in until it slides all the way in. So last night Manny came, and while I was doing some chores outside, he put the shelves up and he put the hooks in, which I would have liked it not this close together. I think they needed to be spread out a little bit, but other than that, I think it looks great. It's all centered in the middle of the wall, and it's going to be good storage in here. So there are little gaps on the edge. You know, Manny's never done this before, and I think he still did a great job. So that's going to add a lot of storage in here. These, I believe, are 10 inches deep, and I believe these are 8 inches. We have the molding that's gone in already. I just got to go in and touch up the little holes with paint. As I'm finishing up here, I just wanted to mention that the organization down here under the cabinet, I used the containers that I had in there before. I didn't buy any new ones like I did for my bathroom. What I wanted to do is just save a little bit of money and just reuse what I had. And like the rugs that I also put in there, I used the ones that I had in my bedroom because I did change those out. And the color matched perfectly for this bathroom. So now it's nice and clean and it's ready to go, and I love it too because it is cohesive with the other bathroom. The color, the light fixtures, the hardware is pretty much all similar, so I like that they match that way. And it's spacious, it's got storage, and I think it'll work for a family with a couple little kids. I really like these shower curtain holders. This creates a barrier so that your rods don't scratch up your wall. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.